Hi everybody, it's Lloyd Fernandez here, back with another video. If you're a returning viewer, thank you for watching another one of my videos. If you're a new viewer, you should subscribe to this channel. Very educational. And if you're definitely an entrepreneur or somebody that wants to get into real estate, I recommend following my channel. Like I'm taking you through the process of the real estate. I already been in it for 11 months now, almost going on a year. And if you're somebody out there that's interested in buying a home or selling a home, you can contact me, comment, or you can reach me, phone, Facebook, Instagram, any way possible. You can reach me if you're here in Pennsylvania, particularly Central Pennsylvania, York, Pennsylvania. Okay, so let me get into it. My video. Yeah, I'm in my car. I like to film in my car because it puts me in my own little space, away from everybody else. But my video was about what to do as a realtor, as a real estate agent, when you get your first listing. So, here's what I suggest you do when you get your first listing. Take that listing that you got and try to maximize it as much as possible. And what I mean by that is, if you're doing things right and you're pricing it right, and you're doing the right type of marketing, you put it on the MLS and all that other stuff, that's another video, then you should be able to sell the home. Obviously it depends on the location, but you should be able to sell the home less than 30 days, maximum 60 days. But when I say maximize that listing, what I mean is you want to take that, it's your first listing, so you're new. You want to take that and maximize it. So, for instance, you got the you took the pictures, you put the sign in the yard, in the front lawn, and or wherever it is, if there's no lawn, or wherever you put it. You want to go and you want to prospect the whole neighborhood. You want to let everybody know, hey, I got a listing over here, check it out. It gives you a reason to go knock on their doors, and I will get flyers. I will get flyers. Now, when you're new, I know it's hard. You don't got money to get flyers, and depending on your brokerage, I don't know if they pay for color print. I suggest do color printing, because those flyers are going to reach people. Once that person looks at that paper, that's their perception of you. So I would say get a color printed. When I first got my first listing, and I went around knocking on doors, letting everybody know, this is my listing, I didn't have color printing. I was new. I didn't know. If I would go back, I will make sure all my flyers were color printing, because that's definitely a better perception of you. People's perception of you in this business as a real estate agent, you want them to have that perception that you're professional, that you know what you're doing. You want to give that image that you're prepared, you're handling business the proper way. So yeah, my mistake in the beginning, I didn't have color flyers. But my advice to you is get color flyers, go around the neighborhood, knock everybody door, let them know, your brother, your sister, your aunt, your grandma, whoever. Everybody needs to know that, in my case, when I first did it, Lloyd Fernandez got a house over there for sale. And get the flyers, you make the flyers nice and good. If you don't have the money for the flyers, going back to my point, being a newer agent, there's a couple of ways you could get around it. The way I did it to get around it later on, because I was paying out of pocket for mine, but the best thing to do is have a relationship with other people outside of title companies, lenders, have them make your flyers. You could tell them put their information on the back or whatever, but you're bringing them business. So guys, you got to think, a lender, settlement company, you're bringing them your business. You're bringing them clients. They're using them. You're referring them. Whether it's 3, which you should refer 3 and have your clients choose the best out of the 3, or if you just refer, however you do it, you're bringing them business. So they're making money off you. What are they giving you? Besides the service that they're being paid for, that you're bringing the client to. So you approach them. You sit them down. And you say, hey, I need you to make flyers for me. You want me to keep bringing you business. You want more business. I'm out here creating more business. They would be more than happy to give you flyers that is going to reach people, and they don't have to leave their office or pay for marketing dollars to promote their business. And here in Vice, they'll print out the paperwork and have you promote them. So it's a quick jewel right there for you guys. Talk to them, sit them down, say, hey, look, I'm going to bring you business, create a relationship or whatever. Get the flyers done. Then you don't even have to pay for the cut of flyers. You could give me 100, give me 200 paper flyers, 300. Go knock that neighborhood, a half a mile radius, whatever. Probably like a half a mile radius. Just knock the whole neighborhood, let everybody know. In that knocking, you're maximizing that listing that you got. That one listing might, from you knocking and going around and having conversations, telling everybody, hey, this is my name, this is my brand, this is what I do, come check it out. Mom, dad, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, grandma. That's so much promotion on your end. I would say in about 2 weeks, somewhere in there, do an open house one of the Sundays. Sometimes I do it, I let a week go by, and then I do my open house the second week I have the listing. Sometimes I do it the first week. It depends on the market. It depends on your area. You got to get that feeling. You got to get to know, you got to get to know what you're doing, where you're at. Sometimes I like to let it breathe, and then I'll do it the second week. Sometimes I just jump right into it, because if it's a hot market, like the springtime, summertime, depending on the location of the property, if it's a hot market, I want to jump on that open house as soon as possible, because more than likely it's going to sell fast. And when you do the open house, those are buyers you could be grabbing that you can, outside of the listing that you have, you can grab those leads from an open house and sell them other houses. So therefore, your one listing just brought you a couple buyers, maybe a couple listings, maybe one, maybe none. But it's a possibility from you door knocking. They might say, hey, I've been thinking about selling my home. You're selling theirs? How much you selling? How much they're selling for? Start the conversation going. And that's how you maximize your one listing. So that's what you should do. When you get your first listing, you being new, every little piece of business you get, you have to squeeze everything you can out of it, because that's all you got. And you'll see, as you do that, every piece of business you get, and you squeeze everything you can out of it, man, next thing you know, you're rolling quick, fast. Door knocking. Outside of your door knocking, your normal lead generating, which I promote if you watch other videos, you should be door knocking on a regular basis, or calling, or both on a regular basis. So outside of that, when you hit a neighborhood up, plus you're doing those other things, you could be up and rolling really fast compared to having to wait a year before you actually see, results. If you consistently, disciplinedly follow up with all your leads, continue to lead generate by door knocking and phone calls, and squeeze in everything you can out of every piece of business you get, you'll be rolling. You won't have a problem. What I find is people don't want to do these things. They just want everything to come to them, fall on their lap. They don't want to squeeze the business. They won't have to go out there and do all of this and maximize it. They just want it to come, and that's why they don't succeed as much, or they have so many gaps between closings, because they didn't squeeze it. They didn't continue lead generating. So that's my advice for you guys on your first listing, is to squeeze it. Get everything you can out of it. Go door knock, tell everybody, put it on your Facebook page, all your social media sites. And if you only got like 200 friends on your Facebook page, then you're doing something wrong. Listen, you're doing something wrong. I'm not even a social media guy. Before doing this, I'm not the type of person that likes to broadcast everything they do to the world. But hey, when you're doing business, you have to broadcast it, because it's called marketing. You need everybody. You need all eyes on you to see what you're doing, what you provide, what service you're providing, and what the product is, which is your listings and your homes. When you sell a home to a buyer, have them take a picture with your sign, with your name and number. Put it on Facebook and Instagram and all of that. Let everybody see. Because one of the biggest hurdles you're gonna go through as a beginner is having people believe that you're really doing it and you really know what you're doing. It's harder to get somebody you know to want to work with you than it is a lot of the time a stranger, because a stranger, if you come across professional and you know what you're doing, they'll be like, oh, okay, we'll work with this guy. Somebody that knows you, a friend or family member, they don't believe you. They're like, oh yeah, he wants to do real estate, but you know, he's new, he doesn't know what he's doing. They won't even give you the opportunity most of the time. You're better off getting an opportunity from a complete stranger, as long as you present yourself right. So once your friends and family start seeing on social media, boom, 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 oh, he's doing stuff, he knows what he's doing, then they'll start believing it and trusting you, and then you'll have your friends and families then coming, but you have to prove yourself to them. And this is what a lot of people don't understand. They think that their family and friends are just gonna, oh, yeah, even if they even want to buy a house, because how many people don't buy houses every day? But if they do, you know, they're gonna be leery about using you. So this is how you get that in their minds, and they'll say, oh man, when I go to buy my house, I'm definitely using him. When I know him and I see that he's really doing something, all these pictures, all this marketing, this media that you're putting in their head. So you definitely want to put it on social media. If you have 200 friends and you're a real estate agent on Facebook, Instagram, or whatever, I'm telling you right now, you are doing something wrong. Now, if you're just using it for personal use, then yeah, that's fine. You can pick and choose who you want. For me, I don't even care to have social media for personal use. It's just mainly for my business and promoting other things I do outside of my business with the community. I friend request my community. It's not just people I know, but that's another video. But yeah, put it on social media, squeeze everything you can out of it, door knock, even call people about your listing in that neighborhood and stuff. I would prefer door knocking, but you could even call. Alright guys, the video got a little longer than I wanted to. I just wanted to let you guys know, what to do when you get your first listing. And just to clear it up before that, to get your first listing, if you watch some of my other videos, calling for sale by owners, expires, cold calling, door knocking. That's how you get your first listing. If that's your question, like, okay, that's what I do when I get my first listing, but how do I even get that? You got to see another video, but pretty much just lead gen. And when you finally get the opportunity that somebody does give you the chance, and you present yourself right, you studied your scripts, you got it, you get the first listing. Maybe you were just lucky. This is what you do when you get your first listing. Alright guys, again, subscribe, like, comment below. Facebook, Lloyd Fernandez, Instagram, Lloyd F86. You can comment on here if you need any of my handles or anything like that. I'll be more than happy to help you with any questions you may have. If you know anybody looking to buy, sell their home, or buy a home here in Pennsylvania, or New York, Pennsylvania, Lancaster, Harrisburg, Central Pennsylvania, give me a call. I'm the guy. Could definitely help them out. And like I always say, I wish you success. I wish you good luck and good health. Bye, guys.